was I? Alright, so it's the 1930s, and
It was the 70s.
That's why it's funny.
And, let's see here, yeah, alright, I read that part, So, the shits and giggles portion of the contract was the caca-poo-poo must be turned into, strangely enough, rye chips. And not just any rye chips. The rye chips with the exact taste of the Gordetto's brand. Gordetto's, bringing the families and nations quality since 1932. You gotta pay for this shit somehow. So here it is. 1963. And the family has to do this. So the father, like any good abusive father, locks his daughter in a small cramped cell.
A crab cell? Or
Cramped.
oh, cramped.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it's her and 3 other women. She didn't even get one to herself. And
One woman to herself, or one? Oh, sorry.
Really? Are we going to do this right now? Are we really going to do this right now? Here I am telling a story, and you want to know. You want to know details that don't even matter to the story.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sure you'd like to.
Sorry, Farkle. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you'd like to know the names of the women that were involved as well, huh?
Yes. That'd be delightful.
Oh, you know what? They don't have names. How about that, huh? What if they didn't have names? I mean, it is the 90s. A lot of them didn't have names.
The 90s?
Yeah, like I said, it's the 70s. Okay. So, she was locked in a cell with 3 other women, with the caca-poo-poo up to her breasts. But of course, in case this is made into a movie later, just below the breasts. See, you could see it. It was nice. She was ample. Good for her, too, you know? You don't get to have that all the time, you know? And when you do, it's a nice treat. It's fun. You can't say it's not fun. So it's great. It's great to play with.
It is fun.
And, it reminds me of this one girl I met. Her name escapes me. That's her name. Escapes me. And she had bazungas the size of whale testicles.
How big are whale testes?
About the size of her breasts. So we're talking pretty massive here, right? So, anyway. I can't remember. Oh, right. The girl with whom I used her bazungas as basketballs. The long and short of it is, that's actually how the first Dream Team won the Olympics. Was thanks to this woman's breasts. They used them as dribbling practice.
That's true.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What's wrong? What's wrong with
Farkle.
that?
Nothing.
Farkle.
Follow?
Polo?
Okay. So, anyway. The large-chested Lady Godiva was trapped in the room of Caca-Poo-Poo with seemingly no way out other than to die of asphyxiation because the methane buildup was getting quite intense. And there she was, hallucinating her ass off, imagining all kinds of things.
Such as?
Well, the last thing that she thought she had imagined was, of course, this spider-looking man with the face of an albino tiger. And the body of an albino tiger.
So it was an
albino tiger.
And the dick of
The dick of a leprechaun. No,
small and red.
Actually, that last part's not true. But what is true is this spider-looking man with the body and face of an albino tiger came to her in what she thought was a dream, a death dream, really. because at that point, most of her brain had ceased to function properly, and her vital organs were, let's say, insufficiently working. I'll wait.
You'll wait what?
No, I'll wait. I'll wait till you're finished.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there something you'd like to share with the class?
Yeah, is that? Is that?
No, sir.
Okay.
Diggle.
We good?
No, sir, Diggle.
It's McDickerson. And you know that.
Yes, sir, Diggle.
I will rip your ears off and feed them to a lion I own. Anyway, Princess Pretty Pants was sitting there, staring straight into the eyes of the albino tiger Spider-Man, and he said unto her, "Good day, dear lady. My name is Rumpleforeskin, and I have for you a wonderful treat." And she says, because at that point she had lost all functioning ability of her verbal skills. And he said, "Oh, well, yes, I actually do have the ability to turn caca-poo-poo into rye chips. How we understood her to this day is very much unknown. All we know is that 3 weeks later, where are we? 3 weeks later, which puts us in 1874, Princess Petunia awoke from her methane-induced coma, which is a thing. Just trust me on that one, medically. To find that her father had actually regained half of the country's landscape due to the fact that she had actually created the rye chips. And she had no recollection of this, and it was a very strange thing for her. So, she did what any normal girl does, and lied her ass off, and said that she was the one who had done it completely.
Gardettos.
Gardettos, you say? That's funny you mention them, because they've been bringing you quality snackage since 1932. That's the Gardettos smile, and the Gardettos tone. Whenever you hear that tone, think Gardettos. Eat Gardettos.
Smoke.
Anyway, long story short, Princess
what?
Princess Hatface continued to lie, and there's a lot of boring things involving albino tiger armies and Philistines and rainbows and horse coats and railroads and Rubicons and ridicule and robbers and rusted nails and rubber and roads made of pine cones and rivers and really anything that starts with the letter S. And of course, like all of these stories end, Princess Lots of Cakes was, of course, punished for all of her misdeeds that I had previously mentioned. Well, I didn't, because that was really boring to me, and I'm tired. I'm old. I'm allowed. Damn it. I'm allowed.
No, you're not. What happened to Rumpleforeskin, though?
Well, there are two things that happened. First, Rumpleforeskin turned Lady
Gardettos.
Lady Gardettos
Lady Gotittos.
into what she feared most, which was part man, part horse, all fat. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's an actual picture of Queen Huango. That's her right there. And she lived her days, actually she's still alive, because he cursed her with immortality and a righteous rump. Now, the fun fact about this is, you can actually, if you open her up right there, and you take out the fillet portion of the rib cage, and you close it back up with a surgical needle, some lubricant, and cotton, in 3 weeks, she'll look exactly the same, and you can do it all over again. It's fantastic. Great meat. Worst case scenario, you feed it to your dogs because you're already full. It's a good time for all. Now, as for Rumpleforeskin.
And why did they call him that?
Rumpleforeskin?
Yes, I missed that part of the story.
Well, you know, it's a very complex, there's a lot of ins, a lot of outs. There are many reasons why. One of the reasons
is that Ronald Reagan right there on the next page?
Yes, it is Reagan. It's funny you ask, because Rumpleforeskin is actually Ronald Reagan. Notice the similarity in names,
Yeah. We'll start with the letter S.
And they both look like wrinkly penises. Look at it. Yes? If a penis could talk, it would probably sound a lot like Ronald Reagan, too. If I had to put a penis in a cowboy movie, I'd want this one. Wouldn't you? Isn't that what America's all about? Good greening penis. With distinct wrinkle lines. And a nice head of hair. No, it's permed, pressed. Just like in a good. Well, I should stop rubbing the penis. Let's just push that off then. Well, for those of you who have erections, there you go. You're welcome. You can go back to the limb community with the rest of us. Thank you for the sound effect. And, well, that is how Rumpleforeskin became president, and the reason why Gordettos are still America's favorite snacking chip since 1932. Ta-da! Does anyone have any questions?
Where can I get a copy of that book? Can we see the cover of it to know?
You would love to see the cover. This is probably the most amazing. Oh, it's a robot penis. I've read about those in books. Oh, this is a treat, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodness.
You know what else is a treat? Gordettos snacking chips. Providing quality food inside your intestines since 1932. Maybe a little after, because it takes a while to get to the intestines. Unless it's Mexican food. That seems to pass through pretty quickly.
Where's Mexican food come from?
Mexican food, that's a good question. There was a man named Louis Frutus. Frutus is spelled Frututuous. Frutus. Right? And he, of course, was from England, Spain. But he was trained classically in the martial arts in France, Europe. Right? Everyone knows this, right? All right. Now, one day, it's just like the and it's the Baron again. It's the Baron. Sorry, sometimes I have flashbacks to the First Great War, especially when large dogs and small dogs try and pull on my face. How the Germans attack. Poofies.
So, the moral of the story.
Not to let tall people have dogs. They don't get dogs. Tall people don't get dogs. That's the moral. Moral of the story, tall people are assholes and don't deserve dogs.